Chapter 5: Transitions and Thresholds. Crossings in life and death. Every life contains crossings. Some are impossible to miss: moving to a new home, changing work, starting or ending a relationship, the death of someone close. Others are quieter, almost invisible. They can be the moment you speak when you could have stayed silent, or the instant you recognize that a season of your life has ended, even if nothing visible has changed. A threshold is more than a line between two spaces. It is the meeting place of what has been and what is yet to come, often without a sharp divide. You can stand in a doorway and see into two rooms at once. You can be halfway through a change and feel held by both the old and the new. In such moments, the body and the space you occupy carry the tension of both states. Physical thresholds, doors, gates, bridges, carry a particular force because they reflect the ones we carry within us. Walking through a familiar doorway for the last time before leaving a home can hold as much emotional weight as any major life event. Standing at the entrance to a hospital ward, you may notice your breathing shift before you have even thought about why. The space signals that you are entering a different chapter, and your body answers in kind. Some thresholds are final, such as death. Others can be reversed. You can go back to a place, undo a decision, or renew a connection. Yet all thresholds alter you. Once crossed, you are no longer quite the same. The body remembers the crossing in breath, in posture, in the way you stand or move in similar spaces afterwards. A crossing may be abrupt, like the jolt of an unexpected phone call, or it may arrive slowly, like the dawning realization that a friendship has shifted beyond repair. Some are chosen, others are placed upon you. Either way, they mark the end of one state and the beginning of another. Thresholds carry power because they sharpen attention. They draw the line between where you have been and where you are heading. Even when they are unwelcome, they can clarify what matters most. They strip away distractions and make you see more clearly. Yet they do not always feel like fixed points. You may only recognize the crossing well after it has happened. The birth of a child is a clear threshold, but the deeper crossing might come weeks later, when you understand that your sense of time, identity, and priorities has been permanently altered. The body often notices before the mind, a tightening of the chest before you deliver difficult news, a subtle change in breath when stepping into a courtroom, a place of worship, or a hospice. These physical cues form part of the body's archive, recording that a crossing is underway before you have named it. Place is also a keeper of thresholds. Many crossings involve moving through physical spaces, corridors, bridges, gateways, borders. These become charged with meaning, remembered not just for how they looked, but for what they witnessed. A hospital corridor might forever hold the weight of a last visit. A front door might carry the memory of both joyful returns and painful departures. A bridge might be crossed countless times, but one journey will be remembered for the rest of your life because of who walked beside you or what was at stake. Some thresholds are crossed many times, each return adding a fresh layer of memory. Visiting a school long after leaving can bring a rush of sensations: the smell of the hallways, the sound of footsteps, the way your voice echoes in certain rooms. Layers of joy, sorrow, pride, regret, and relief can exist together without needing to be resolved into a single story. Once crossed, a threshold lives in you. You may never return to the physical place, yet your body can still recall it when similar conditions arise. A familiar scent, a half-heard sound, or a repeated gesture can suddenly place you back in the atmosphere of that moment. Engaging with thresholds begins by noticing them. Recognizing the crossing gives it shape, allowing body and mind to meet in the same understanding. A pause before stepping through, whether into a literal doorway or a figurative change, allows the moment to land. Anchoring yourself in your senses deepens the imprint. The sound of rain as you lock a door for the last time, the smell of a corridor you know you will not walk again. Marking a threshold need not be elaborate. A small act, lighting a candle, taking a photograph, writing a few words, can hold the moment for you. After crossing, give space for the shift to settle. Some thresholds will reveal their meaning only years later, and that delay is part of their truth. Some crossings repeat, and each repetition adds to the memory rather than replacing it. This is not failure to move on, but the way presence deepens over time. Witnessing a threshold for someone else can be just as significant as crossing your own. Simply being there, in person or in spirit, can become part of how they carry the memory. Every threshold holds both an ending and a beginning. Even the smallest crossing contains the seed of change, because once you have stepped through, you cannot be exactly as you were. Some thresholds announce themselves clearly, others reveal their weight in hindsight. All are stored somewhere, in the body, in the mind, and in the spaces where they took place. To honour a threshold is not just to look back, it is to send a thread forward, tying this moment to what is still to come. The awareness you hold now can steady you in future crossings, even if they look entirely different from those you have known before. In the ghost movement, presence does not depend on silence, and thresholds confirm this. They can appear in noise or stillness, in solitude or in company. What matters is inhabiting the crossing rather than rushing past it. In the next chapter, Sound as Archive, Voices, Echoes, and the Memory of Noise, we turn from stone and soil to the air itself, exploring how some memories are carried not in solid form, but in voices, bells, and echoes that linger long after the sound has faded.